2023 Beginner's Guide to PlanetSide. Let's go. If this is your first time logging in, type in whatever you want. Just remember it, because that's going to be your account name and password. As you can see, I'm a big fan of Battle Rank 22. You'll have no characters, so you want to create a new one. Pick your favorite color, type in a cool name, pick a face and a voice, hit finish, and click play. You're going to get spawned into your Empire Sanctuary. This is a non-fight zone that only your Empire has access to. First thing you need to do is create some loadouts, so find the nearest equipment terminal. It's one of these things. At time of recording, all certifications are unlocked, so you have access to all weapons and all armor. What you're going to want to do is create some favorite loadouts that you can save and reuse. Armor type, standard, agile, reinforced. The heavier they get, the slower you move, but the more armor you have. In most cases, you'll want to go with the heavy assault weapon for your Empire. From the support tab, you'll want to get a med app and a bank. This is for healing and repairing yourself and your allies. And you'll also want to get a wreck. This is for hacking doors to get into bases and towers. Throw in some grenades. Once you have your loadout finished, go to your favorites, click on an empty one, hit save, give it a name, and you're good to go. While you're here, go ahead and create a few different loadouts. So now when you're at a fight, if you die, all you need to do is run over to the equipment terminal, hit the number for your loadout, and you're good to go. One more thing to do before you go try to fight. You need to get some implants. Find the nearest heart building and locate the implant terminal. At time of recording, you can pick 2 on a brand new character. Once you reach battle rank 18, you'll be able to get a 3rd. Popular ones to get: enhanced targeting, you can see how much health an enemy has. Surge allows you to run fast. Audio amp, you can see enemies as they move on your minimap. So install 2 of your choice and you're done. Now in the game there are 5 different types of bases. They provide different benefits to your Empire, and they have different layouts. It takes a little bit of time to get used to where everything is in a base. Each of these bases has a spawn room, a generator which powers the building. If the generator is destroyed, the base loses power, you can't spawn, you can't use the equipment terminals. Several entrances to get inside the building, including a back door, and your main objective, the control console. When you hack a control console, it'll either be a hack and hold, where you have 15 minutes to hold onto the hack, or it'll be an LLU. With these LLU bases, when you hack the control console, an LLU will spawn. Your Empire will need to take this LLU to one of your linked facilities indicated on the map. The hack will not go through if time runs out, or if your Empire fails to deliver the LLU to your base. Where do you bring the LLU? Well, you bring it to your control console. And once you get there, press G and the base will flip. Now if you're wondering, where's all the vehicles? Well, there's a lot of them, and they're outside the scope of this video. But if you go to a vehicle terminal or an air terminal, you can play around with all of them. Now you're ready to find the fight. You could go to the heart building and wait for the shuttle, but that's slow and really for nostalgia. Open up your global map by typing M and then G, and look for a little flashing hotspot. This hotspot indicates that there's some kind of fighting going on. The fastest way to get to that hotspot will be to press escape, I. This will send you to the nearest base or tower to that hotspot. Most likely there'll be an AMS near that hotspot, so run back into the spawn tube you just came out of, press G, and there it is. That's how you get to the fight. Now you get to the fight, you need to determine what might be the best weapon to use. Generally speaking, in an inside fight, you'd probably want to go with the heavy weapon for your Empire, especially if you're fighting in stairways or in these corridors. Now you don't always need to use the heavy weapon. There's plenty of use cases where you'd want to use the sweeper shotgun, which is a medium assault weapon, or even your medium assault rifle. Now if you're fighting outdoors in the courtyard, you may be better suited using a medium assault rifle or one of the sniper rifles like the bolt driver. So to sum it up, there's no right or wrong weapon to use, but there definitely are stronger weapons for certain scenarios. So with time and experience, you'll get a feel for which one to use. Now to wrap up the video, I'm going to leave you with a few quick pointers. Here's an example of what not to do. Don't just stand still. This just simply makes you an easier target to hit. When you're engaging, you want to make sure you're moving back and forth, strafing, constantly moving, switching up your movements, pausing here and there. You'll want to throw in some crouches, and don't forget the med kit. If you want to use an item in your inventory, don't fumble around with left clicking and moving it around. There's a much easier way to do it by just right clicking the item. This will swap that item into the first available slot for that item type. When you're approaching a doorway, always be on the lookout for boomers. and switch between first and third person. The default key to do this is T, and again it is useful for looking around corners to see if there's a boomer there. Hey, say you're on a hot kill streak and your supplies in your inventory are getting low. That's where these backpacks comes in. Just hit G and you can right click on the items and quickly load them into your inventory. And that'll wrap up the video. This video should have provided you enough to get into the game and start getting some kills. And of course, I did not cover everything this game has to offer. I've only just scratched the surface, but it's a good start. So I'll see you on the battlefield.